Hello and welcome, you're watching Kirby Park West. Now at the beginning of the year I went to Stafford Model Railway Exhibition, and there I saw a layout by the name of Alderford. It was 00 gauge and that was on stand 22, and it represented the late 1980s and it was a terminus somewhere in the northwest with electrified lines meeting up with the West Coast Main Line. And while I was watching it, I noticed that they had some coaches on there which I had a few of, the Mk2d by Hornby, which is what you see in front of you there now. And I noticed that they were very closely coupled together. So I had a chat to the fellow there, and he because of the noise I could hardly make out what he was saying. So I came home and I went on the internet, and I went on to RMWeb, or my search led me to RMWeb, and to a guy by the name of Alan Hughes, and Alan's blog there, and it talked about close coupling the Bachmann and the Hornby and Airfix coaches. Now I had a look on YouTube to see if anyone else had done it, and it appeared that nobody else had, so I thought, well, I'll show people how to do it. It's quite easy, and particularly with these type of coaches, it sort of helps you out a bit. So I'll show you this coach first. This is what we're going to end up with. We're going to end up with this nice close coupling there at the end, which is a Bachmann coupling which I've fitted onto the Hornby coach. And we'll show them all closely coupled up together. So first of all, I'll get a couple of coaches that haven't been done yet, and we'll start off. Right, in front of you there you'll see a couple of coaches I've just got out of their boxes. I've got a break of 9 of these, and when they're being pulled along, that's what you can expect. You know, if you push them together, that's what it is. But when they're being pulled along, that's the gap. And there's my finger. You can put your finger through the middle there, and then, I don't know about you, but I think that looks ridiculous. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to get something to look a bit like this. I don't know if you can. These are great because they turn around. We're going to try and get something that looks a bit like that. And I definitely can't get my finger through there. So we'll put one of the coaches aside there and take this one up. Now these are quite helpful because they actually let you twiddle the bogies around quite a bit. And what we have to do is there's a little clip on the top here that has to come off, and then, well, that will come out first of all, so pull that out like so, and then we'll take that clip off there. Right, the way to get this clip off here is to insert a screwdriver under that little and give it a click, and it comes off, and that's what it looks like. A very small little clip. And it leaves that, as you can see, that thing sticking up there. So what we're going to use, that's the one I took off, and what we're going to use is this. You see that there, Bachmann 36026. It's not very good, is it? I'll tell you what it says. It says couplings mini type long, and the code is 36026. And that is what they look like. We'll just compare them with the Hornby one. You can see how massive that Hornby coupling is. Absolutely enormous. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to, first of all, drill that hole out there, and we're going to cut the wings off and then shape them so that they run in a line with the top of the coupling there all the way down. And we're going to do that with a bit of emery cloth. Okay, so first of all, we'll get the drill out. Right, and I'm going to, you can use track cutters, would probably be good if you've got track cutters. I've got these wire cutters. You have to be quite careful when you do this because these little plastic things shoot off into the distance. I'll try and aim it down. There goes one. And there goes the other. Okay. Now, with a little emery board, you've got two sides of these. Use them for doing your nails or whatever, but they're very handy for modelling. They have a fine side and they have a coarser side. And you can see I've already been doing a few with these. So what we're going to do is rub away that side there so we get it parallel. We need it coming down at a bit of an angle like that. So we'll just file away with that. And we'll file away the other. And so that is what you end up with. You can see it nicely rounded, smooth, and follows the line of the coupling. Well, that is what we ended up. That's what we started with. That's what we changed it to. And after a bit of modification, cutting off the wings and sanding it down, that is what we ended up with. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll put it onto the coach. Now, I've already put one on the coach already, so we'll go to the other end, put this one in. Clips in there nicely, and then we'll get the little clip that holds it in place. Remember that the cutout goes towards the front of the coach. And that just clips on like that. That's good, it's gone the first time. So there you have it. Okay. So just to quickly recap, we pull that out of the coupling. We took the little clip off. We took one of these, which is the 36026 coupling mini long type Bachmann, which is that. We enlarged the centre hole using our drill bit, which has 0.03 or 03 on the side of it. I don't know whether you can see that there, just so you know which drill to use. 03. Drill that out. And then using our clippers, we cut those wings off there, one there, one there. And using our emery paper, we sanded that down on both sides and reinstalled it into the coach. So now we're going to have a look at the rake that I have set up in the other room and look at the close coupling. So there's the coach that we just finished. We'll just hook it up to the others. So there's the brake. First class. Another first class. That's a Mk2d, which is 10225, and that's a buffet, a restaurant buffet with the first class on the front of it. That's got its original couplings in, but because they're a bit smaller, as you can see, it lines up nicely with the Mk2s there. There's a standard open, another standard open, another standard open, and the final brake. So if we just look down the length there, you can see the rake. Just pull out a little bit. So if we were to pull off the locomotive on the front, that's the sort of gap you'll have. which is reasonable. With your class 85 or 86 on the front there, you're away. Okay, I hope this has been helpful to you, and please have a go if you've got some Mk2ds. Definitely worth it. There's the little coupling on the front there. Okay, cheers. Bye bye now. Oh, it's me back again. Just to prove a point, I'll put a bit of track on the top of this table here. Something you'd probably get in a train set or something. Very tight curves on it. I think they're second or third radius. And here's our Mk2d coaches hooked up, just to prove a point, so that they won't derail or come apart as they're going round. With the new couplings on, they're fine. That's just for some of you who maybe have a small tabletop layout with tight curves on. The little couplings there will go around there, no problem. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Bye bye now.